come to the lesson. Let's come to the lesson. Day of the dead. Okay. Day of the dead. I go to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st.
Oh.
So, who go to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st?
Tony.
Yes, me, Tony, right. I go to the Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st. So, this Tony go to New York on the day of the dead, November 1st.
Yeah, no.
Right. He did not, right? He did not go to New York. He goes to Guatemala. He goes to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st. So, where did Tony go?
Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st.
Guatemala. He goes to the Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st. So, did Tony go to Guatemala on Christmas?
No.
No, not Christmas. Did Tony go to Guatemala on dead holiday? No, not dead holiday. So, did Tony go to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st? Yes. He goes to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st. So, what does Tony do on the day of the dead, November 1st?
He go to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st.
Guatemala. He go to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st. So, does Tony go to Guatemala on Christmas?
No.
Does Tony go to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st?
Yes.
Yes. Who goes to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st? Who?
Tony.
Yes, Tony, right? Me, Tony. He goes to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st. Tony goes to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st. So, what does Tony do on the day of the dead, November 1st? What does he do?
He go to Guatemala on the day of the dead, November 1st.
On the day of the dead, November 1st. Right? Yeah. So, he is, or I am curious about this holiday. Curious, right? Curious about this holiday.
Oh.
Who's curious about this holiday?
Tony.
Tony, right? Tony is curious about this holiday. So is Tony very scared?
No.
No, he's not scared. So is Tony very happy about this holiday?
Yes.
No. It's not happy. It's not happy. It's very curious. So how does Tony feel? How does Tony feel about this holiday?
Yes. Curious.
Curious. He is curious about this holiday. He is curious about this holiday. So, is Tony curious about Christmas?
No.
No, he's not. Right. He's not curious about Christmas. He's curious about this holiday. He's curious about this holiday. So, which holiday? Which holiday is Tony curious about?
Day of the dead.
Holiday. Yes, the day of the dead, right? The day of the dead. Is curious about the day of the dead. So, where is the day of the dead? Where?
Guatemala.
Day of the dead is in Guatemala. And Tony is very, very key what's happening.
Oh.
The cemetery. Yeah, Tony, he goes to the cemetery.
Tony.
Does Tony go to the toilet?
No.
No, not toilet. Does Tony go to the cemetery?
Yes.
Yes, he goes to the cemetery. So, does Tony go to the cemetery to have a party
No.
with his friends? No, he didn't go to the cemetery to have a party with his friends. He goes to the cemetery to see
What happening.
Right? He goes to the cemetery to see
what happening.
what's happening. Okay, so who goes to the cemetery to see what's happening? Yeah, Tony. He goes to the cemetery to see what's happening. Okay, so does Tony go to the cemetery to dancing?
No.
Does Tony go to the cemetery to eat?
No.
No, not eat. In the cemetery, right? He goes to the cemetery to see what's happening on the day of the
dead.
Right? He goes to the cemetery to see what's happening on the
Day of the dead.
So, when does Tony go to the cemetery?
Day of the Dead,
You
November
go to the
1st.
cemetery on the day of the dead, November 1st, right? You go to the cemetery on the day of the dead, November 1st. Okay, so this when you go to the cemetery on the day of the dead, November 2nd.
No.
No, not November 2nd. He goes to the cemetery on the day of the dead, November 1st. Right, and what he finds quite interesting.
Oh.
What 25 is quite boring?
No.
No. What 25 is quite scary?
No.
No. So, how about what 25 in the cemetery on the day of the dead? Huh?
Interesting.
It is quite interesting. It's quite interesting. Okay, so the atmosphere is like a party.
Oh.
Okay, so how about the atmosphere in the cemetery on the day of the dead? How about the atmosphere in the cemetery? Yeah, the atmosphere is
The
like
atmosphere is like
a
bloody.
party. The atmosphere is like a party. So, is the atmosphere is like a party?
Yes.
The atmosphere is like a party. So, is the atmosphere in the toilet like a party?
No.
No. So, the atmosphere where? It's like a party. Where? Yeah.
On the
atmosphere of the
cemetery.
cemetery. Of the cemetery is like a party, right? The atmosphere of the cemetery is like a party. Okay, so there are people everywhere.
Oh.
There are dogs everywhere.
No.
No, not dogs. Are the chickens everywhere?
No.
Not chickens. Are the peoples everywhere?
Yes.
Yes, there are people everywhere. So, are there a lot of people in the toilet?
No.
No. Are there a lot of people in the cemetery on the day of the dead?
Yes.
Yes. Are there a lot of people in the cemetery in normal day?
No.
No, not in normal day. There are a lot of people in the cemetery on the day of the dead, November 1st. Not the normal day. There are a lot of people in the cemetery on the day of the dead, November 1st. Right? There are a lot of people in the cemetery on the day of the dead, November 1st. Not. Alright, there are not a lot of people everywhere in the cemetery in normal day. On normal day. Only on the day of the dead, November 1st, right? So, there are a lot of people everywhere, right? So, families are sitting around the graves of the dead ancestor.
Oh.
So, who are sitting around the graves of their dead ancestor?
Families.
Yes, families. Families are sitting around the graves of the dead ancestor. So, are they sitting around the graves of the dogs? No.
No.
They're not sitting around the graves of the dogs. So, where are families sitting around? Where are they or where are families sitting around?
Where
Yes, families are sitting around
the
graves of the dead
ancestor of the
They
dead
are
ancestor.
around the graves of the dead ancestor. So, what are they sitting around? What are they sitting around? Yes, they are sitting around
the graves
of
ancestor.
the dead ancestor.
Ancestor.
Family are sitting around the graves of the dead ancestor. Okay, and they clean the graves. Who clean the graves?
Tony.
Yes, family.
Families.
Do they clean the toilet?
No.
No, they do not clean the toilet in the cemetery. Do they clean the graves of the dogs?
No.
No, not the graves of the dogs. Do they clean the graves of the chickens?
No.
No, not the graves of the chickens. So do they clean the graves of the dead ancestor?
Yes.
Yes, they clean the